The 2023 Sea-Doo Watercraft lineup has been unveiled ahead of Australian showroom arrivals later this year and early next year. While most models carry this year's colours into next year, as always, Seadoo had a few surprises up its sleeve. The new Sea-Doo Explorer Pro, based on the hugely popular Sea-Doo Fish Pro, introduces a windscreen, a tall handlebar extension, and a range of accessories for the booming recreational jet ski market. Australian Formula One driver Daniel Ricciardo helped take the covers off a new high-performance special edition, the Sea-Doo RXP-X Apex 300, and although it's a limited run globally, the Apex edition is almost sold out locally before the first shipments head down under. And there's good news for Australian fans of the flagship Sea-Doo Trophy Edition. Here's the rundown on the 2023 Sea-Doo lineup for Australia. The 2023 Sea-Doo Explorer Pro is an offshoot of the Sea-Doo Fish Pro series. As with the Fish Pro, it has a 170 horsepower, 1630cc 3-cylinder engine and comes with a rear deck extension, but new brackets enable more accessories to be carried on the back. The windscreen is designed to block at least some of the water spray, though it's not intended to keep you dry. There's a vent that opens to let some air through on hot days, plus the screen can be folded down on the fly or removed before your journey. A handlebar riser makes it easier to steer the craft while standing, and the steering column retains tilt adjustment. Some extra bar work up front provides additional tie-down points when stopped at a dock. For now, the Explorer Pro comes exclusively in dark grey and has yellow highlights, including footrails on either side of the top deck. The factory-fitted Garmin navigation unit is the same top-end touchscreen that comes with the Fish Pro Trophy Edition. In Australia, the 2023 Sea-Doo Explorer Pro 170 costs from about $28,000, not including trailer and registration. This prices it between the $26,000 Fish Pro Sport and the $30,000 Fish Pro Trophy. Performance fans on and off the water will be treated to the 2023 Sea-Doo RXP-X Apex Edition. It was teased by Australian F1 driver Daniel Ricciardo ahead of the 2022 Miami Formula One Grand Prix earlier this year, but at the time, Sea-Doo only showed glimpses of the changes. Now we know it was in fact a preview to a limited edition model. Although the Apex Edition doesn't carry Daniel Ricciardo's name, it will likely end up being called the Ricciardo Edition, or the Dan Rick Edition in Australian shorthand, given he's a household name down under. Sea-Doo dealers in Australia, who attended the global unveiling of the 2023 lineup in Salt Lake City, Utah in August, told Watercraft Zone almost all of the 85 Apex editions destined for Australia are already spoken for. They encourage fans to hit the phones and contact their nearest Sea-Doo dealer to check on stock availability. The Apex edition carries over the regular RXP's 300 horsepower supercharged 1630cc engine, top deck, hull, ride plate, intake grate and sponsons. However, the Apex edition adds carbon fibre highlights and a trick new steering setup that adjusts feedback to light, medium and hard pressure. In Australia, the Sea-Doo RXP-X Apex costs just over $34,000, excluding trailer and registration, making it the most expensive jet ski on sale today. In round numbers, it's about $4,500 dearer than the regular Sea-Doo RXP-X models, which cost about $29,500, not including trailer and registration. For 2023, the standard RXPs carry over the choice of black or yellow colour schemes. The introduction of a new generation Sea-Doo Spark and Sea-Doo Spark Trix appears to have been pushed back a year. With 9-year product cycles, it was expected to arrive as a 2023 model. While Sea-Doo is expected to continue with the current model for at least another 12 months, it remains a blast to ride and is still one of the personal watercraft industry's top sellers globally. To help smoothen the transition between production interruptions from 2022 to 2023 models, Sea-Doo has opted to carry over most colour schemes from one year to the next. It means 2022 Sea-Doos will look fresh for another year, and it gives dealers a better chance at balancing new and old stock amid ongoing shipping bottlenecks. The luxury flagship of the range, the Sea-Doo GTX Limited 300, powered by Sea-Doo's supercharged 1630cc engine, is one of the few models to come in for a colour and trim change. It's now available in Abyss Blue as well as Metallic Sage from 2022. The popular Sea-Doo Fish Pro range carries over its 2022 colour scheme into 2023 across the entry-level Scout, middle-of-the-range Sport and flagship trophy models. However, Sea-Doo's debris removal technology is now standard on Fish Pro sold in Australia from 2023, and the top-of-the-range trophy will finally be available with the pop-up swivel seat in Australia. Initially, it was only available as an option in North America. It turns out Sea-Doo underestimated the huge demand and interest for this industry-first feature, and it will now be standard on this top-line model. That explains why the Sea-Doo Fish Pro Trophy received the highest price rise across the range for 2023. While most Sea-Doo prices in Australia increased by between $1,000 and $2,000 to cover the rising costs of production and shipping, the Trophy went up by $2,700 to $30,000 to help cover the cost of the new modular seat. Sea-Doo dealers in Australia say they expect shipments of 2023 models to start arriving in local showrooms by the end of this year and into early next year. For more details and up-to-date news on the 2023 Sea-Doo, Yamaha Wave Runner and Kawasaki Jet Ski ranges, be sure to check out watercraftzone.com.au. Please hit like if you've enjoyed this video and subscribe to this channel so we can grow our audience and continue to share exciting news and developments across the personal watercraft market globally.